How you doing, everybody? This is Top here. Today going to do an important video on spawning and situational awareness in Battlefield 4. Now, I'm not the greatest player. A lot of my things I've learned is just through experience and playing the game, playing alongside really good players. And what I've learned, I'm going to try to pass on to everybody else and just give you some tips and tricks that you can use while in the game. Now, a really cool one is spawning. Now, when spawning in, you have to be very careful. There is many a time that players will spawn on you, either blocking you from maybe backing up, moving to the side, or moving forward, causing your death and their death as a result. Please be careful when you spawn on players who are in the middle of a firefight. You can either block them from cover, block their movement, and restrict them from maybe getting away or trying to duck. It's very important to watch out for that. So a lot of times what you can do is use your microphone and ask, are you safe to spawn on? Are you in cover? These are key things to maybe making it, a useful spawn and helping your teammate rather than making it worse and blocking your teammate. Now I'm going to show you how the spawn screen works here, and we have this little spawn screen now in Battlefield 4, which is really cool. But there's also another cool feature that you can use while looking at the spawn screen. What you can do is highlight any of your squad members, and by pressing the options button, it will bring up a large view of the screen. So now you have a larger field of view, so you can really get a good view of what's going on. A great way too is use your mini-map and take your time to see what's going on and which flags are the best to spawn on at that moment. Now, I'm just going to slowly let you watch some of the field of view. As you can see right there, I switched to the one player, he was shot, and you can see the field of view. If you would have spawned at that moment, you probably would have died too, because there were two players in front of him. So just a second, 3 seconds, 4 seconds of patience at that moment would have saved you a bad spawn. So remember, be patient and just take your time and look at these spawn screens. Enlarge them so you get a better view, so you can see what's going on. Use your mini-map, check your squad member, use your enlarged screen to see what's going on, and you will end up with a better spawn, and you will avoid really bad spawns and spawn deaths. So another cool thing I wanted to talk about here was just overall situational awareness in the game and how to approach flags and maybe best times to spawn on flags. I've mentioned previously, be very careful when you spawn on flags that are being neutralized. There will be enemies on the flag, and once again, these enemies will know where the spawns are, so be careful of that and avoid spawning on flags that you see that are being neutralized unless you maybe have your own teammates on the flag and you feel that you're in a safe position to spawn. Another great thing is situational awareness and using cover to your advantage. Every flag on the board or an area on the map has been designed that you can use cover. I see many a time players running out in the open, not using cover, as medics, not dropping med kits when they're using cover. Very important that if you are a medic, use your med kits when you're using cover and just sit on them. Another great spot for cover, staircases. As you can see, I use that staircase in the one part there. These barriers here, not maybe the greatest cover because they can be destroyed, but if they are up, they can be good cover as a start until they are destroyed. Now, another great spot here, I'm going to use this C flag as cover and just the statue. Now, do remember that this statue is destructible and it can be destroyed from the sides. A great thing to do, and these boxes, you'll find them on a lot of maps, and what you can do is jump up on these boxes, and they're really in great spots on the map where you can jump up and use them as cover. I've seen them on Parcel Storm, I've seen them on every map that I've played on, and I really only see a few players use them. And these players are very difficult to kill because they know that they're only exposing their head, making it very hard for you to kill them. So remember that. They're also peeking. Remember to peek around corners. And here's a good example of gameplay that I just jumped into where I really used cover to my advantage and really peeked the corners, check the sides, watch which way the enemy was coming from, paid attention to the mini-map. And you don't always get these games, you do have your bad ones, but when you do have your good ones and you're paying attention to your mini-map, your spawns, and using your cover, you can really come up with some good games. Now, here's another example of not using cover right there where the sniper was coming at me. I was purposely trying to get hit so I could use the spawn screen again, but I was lucky enough to avoid that sniper shot. So here I am, I'm going to kind of support my teammate, watching the balcony. Now, I realize there's an enemy at this point, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this wall, pick the side of the wall, throw the medkit down, and use the medkit as support to hit me heal. Now, here you can see that guy just runs around the corner knowing that there's two enemies. I kind of waited it out, used the cover, and I was lucky enough to get the 2 kills along with the cover. Now, once again, remember the key things. You want to be careful when you spawn, use your options screen to get a larger view, use your microphone to communicate to your teammates to ask them if it's safe to spawn. As medic, throw down your medkit when you're behind cover, sit on top of your medkit. Your meds will really help you out and give you a huge advantage. If you're shot, your health will go back up. You'll probably win that gunfight because the meds are helping you, especially against a recon engineer who doesn't have the advantage of the medkit. And once again, I'm using the cover as you can see, only allowing the enemy to see my head. Remember, every part of the map is designed with some form or another of cover that you can use where you can only expose your head, and that is really the hugest advantage, is giving the enemy less to shoot at. You do not want to run out in the open and give them a full view of your body so that you can be shot. And I hope you enjoyed this video on spawning and just situational awareness. Try it in game. I think it will really help you when it comes to spawning and using the cover inside the map. Remember to look around, and see you on the battlefield, Joe. Peace out.